morning, dear hearts. We are at lesson 18. Please subscribe. Today's lesson, I am not alone in experiencing the effects of my seeing. Now, I love lessons that pull other lessons with them together into this beautiful weaving for our spiritual tapestry. Today's lesson does that with our two previous lessons, that I have no neutral thoughts and I see no neutral things. And now today, I am not alone at experiencing the effects of my seeing, of seeing these non-neutral things that come from non-neutral thoughts. This is not a long lesson, but I love the idea that it pulls in so much of what we are learning to be more cohesive. The course is cohesive. That's one of the, as I've said many times, and I will, is it's so cohesive, it's so consistent, is not contradictory, it doesn't contradict itself ever. It doesn't tell us something one day and then, oh, no, never mind, something else. Today's idea, it tells us, is another step in learning that the thoughts which give rise to what you see are never neutral or unimportant. It also emphasizes that minds are joined. This is a really important idea, concept in A Course in Miracles. It's one of those things, just like the thought comes first, there's cause and effect. Minds are joined, and it tells us this will be given increasing stress later on. I would like to say it's going to be given greater importance to us later on. It is a really important idea. This idea that our minds are all one, and they are one with God's mind as well, which also will be given greater importance later on. So I'm not alone in experiencing the effects of my seeing because my mind is joined with everyone else's. We were given a little hint of this, and I love that because so often there's just a casual reference or sentence that comes in a previous lesson, and now it is given greater importance and it weaves together better. So in lesson 14, which was God did not create a meaningless world, there's a line, and the lesson again was talking about all the different things that we see that are meaningless because they were not created by God. So they are therefore not real. But it talks about our own personal repertory of these meaningless things, but they're still upsetting to us. And it says, these things are part of the world you see. Some of them are shared illusions, and others are part of your personal health. Shared illusions. I'm not alone at experiencing the effects of my seeing, and I have shared illusions with my brothers, my sisters. Let's just call it the sonship. So to continue, it says, today's idea does not refer to what you see as much as how you see it. These shared illusions. How I see a shared illusion. What's a shared illusion? A disease, COVID, shared illusion. War, shared illusion. But how I see it, how I react or respond to it is my own personal way. I'm not alone at the effects of seeing it, but I am on my own as how I respond to it and what it means to me. Let's go back to lesson 2 that I've given everything I see, all the meaning it has for me. And the lesson 1, I don't understand anything in this room. This is the beauty of how these lessons are weaving together for us. So when I understand that I don't understand, and when I accept that I've given everything all the meaning, that I realize I have no neutral thoughts, I see no neutral things, but now I also see that others are going to see these things also. When I change my mind, because we are of one mind, and I see things differently, it will be like something that I speak of often, the pebble in the pond. My thoughts, my changed thoughts will go out and radiate to others because I have shifted how I see. And that will have an effect, cause and effect, on every anyone else. It goes out. The practicing for today, 3 or 4 times, a minute or so each one, never in a rush, looking around the room and gazing on something and say, I'm not alone at experiencing the effects of how I see, fill in the blank. And finish the practicing with, I am not alone at experiencing the effects of my seeing. So that's pretty much it for today. I had said that, the lessons, the course, it doesn't spoon feed us, it mind feeds us a bit at a time, a bit at a time. So it's never too much at any one given time. So we can absorb it and understand it. And then just one other thing, in this world, the unreality of it, but we can see something. There is an example of these minds being joined, and it's given to us in something that's called murmuration. And we've all seen it. It's a flock of birds, and they're flying one way, and all of a sudden, like on a dime, they shift and they fly in another direction. Did everyone get the right text message at the same time? It's their minds are joined, and this is how we can see the effect of joined minds. That's it for today. Please like, please share, please subscribe, please comment, please pray. Pray for the understanding and the awarenesses of all of the wonderful gifts that we have been given. That's it. Namaste.